I think, Freddie, that the Browns are going to be moving on from Baker Mayfield. He has taken his last snap with this football team. It's still early in the stages of a trade request from Baker Mayfield and for the Cleveland Browns to honor that. We are only less than 24 hours from him asking for that trade request. Now, once we get that closer to the draft, you will see more action on Baker Mayfield and opportunities. In fact, the Seattle Seahawks, according to you, who enlightened me this morning, has inquired about Baker Mayfield, at least sniffed around Baker Mayfield, Freddie. So that'll happen. He's not going to play for them again, no matter what we think their stance is today. In terms of them moving forward, they've got to first see the domino that falls with Deshaun Watson. What happens with him? He's going to change the landscape of what's left in the quarterback room for the Carolina Panthers, the Atlanta Falcons, the New Orleans Saints, the Cleveland Browns, the Indianapolis Colts. Whatever he decides to do will shape the rest of the room of the 4 to 5 teams that are really seriously looking for a quarterback for the 2022 season, because he holds the cards to everybody. He has everybody in the chokehold right now.
Key, this is why I struggle with Freddie.
Okay.
So I get that he doesn't want to be there. Obviously, that was made known the other day. But if he forces his way out, or even if that's the Browns, if the Browns feel like they're stuck with him to a degree, which I don't think they do, but would it be in Baker's best interest to go somewhere else in which he really has no say in where he can go, Key? And the only reason I ask this is because when he has another year left before he can hit free agency, how do you put yourself in the best possible position to earn as much money as possible? And if you don't have a no trade clause where you can dictate where you want to go, but yet this team could put you in Detroit. I'm not saying it was because they obviously have Jared Goff, but like, do you want to go to a horrible situation like that, or do you want to say, you know what, I know this relationship isn't repairable. Let me do what I need to do just this 1 year, ball out with guys like Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. I got Amari Cooper. Let me make this work, and then say, you know what, deuces, I'm out. But at least my resume and how people view me to a degree has changed because I have a year balling out.
Well, here I go again, Jay. even though he doesn't have a no trade clause in his contract, and you say, well, he can't dictate where he wants to go. Oh, yes, he can. I respect everything, my wishes. I'm not going to buy in 100%. It's just not for me. And, well, what are you going to do? I'm going to stay home and eat chicken wings and get fat on the couch and come in with 6 games left during the season so I could get my credit this season and become a free agent.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
You can. There's a lot of ways to do it now.
Yeah,
I know from firsthand experience of being traded and having to deal with this, and tell our general manager and our president of our team and Bill Parcells that, no, I don't want to go to the Green Bay Packers or the Baltimore Ravens. Sorry. And I had no trade clause. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you could, just because of that, people don't understand that. Hey, man, I ain't coming in to take the physical. Now what?
Mm-hmm. Either way, Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max on ESPN Radio, ESPN2. Here's something else that I thought about what you just said when, Jay, you responded to Keyshawn about being traded, where can he go? Baker Mayfield's overrated his value with this organization. He did not think in a million years that they would be in the sweepstakes for another quarterback, even though Deshaun Watson would be an upgrade. No matter what you think about the civil cases going on, that's an upgraded quarterback. And the Cleveland Browns said, this team is a quarterback away. And Baker Mayfield didn't like it because he believes he's the quarterback that is supposed to be for this franchise. He wanted to be with this franchise, being drafted number 1. He has been vested in this franchise. He even went out there and played injured last year, even though he threw 17 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. He has not been the dude that he believes that he is with the Cleveland Browns, Key and Jay, and they've told him that. They said, look, this offense is not predicated on you. You're a complement in this offense, not the other way around. And let's be honest, Baker Mayfield has a kind of ego that he doesn't like it. And so now he lashed out and said, I want to be traded. And the Browns like, look, this is business. It's all about making sure we have the best possible team and the best possible players, and Baker Mayfield doesn't want to hear it. But he has to deal with it one way or the other, whether he forces his way out of Cleveland or they say, look, you're going to stay here, play under this contract, and what we deal with after the season, we'll deal with it after the season.
Yeah, but if I got chronic back issues in September, you don't want to deal with that.
My shoulder just doesn't feel right.
It does. My elbow, something's wrong with my elbow. Like, you don't want to go into the season as a head coach taking a chance on dealing with an angry player. It just doesn't work that way. You can't force me to play even though I'm under contract. You can't. Think about it. Even in basketball, if you just think about it, though, Jay, you see guys get into front office issues. Yeah. What they do, they just sit tight. My shoulder hurts. My back hurts.
I laugh at this because we always say how football is so different than basketball, but it's kind of the same. I mean, talk about the power to the players. I mean, realistically, the way you just broke that down, I've never really thought about it that way, but the players can exercise where they want to be and who they want to play for.
With a simple, I don't want to be there. Yeah. That's all it takes. And so for Baker Mayfield, he's got to, like you said, Freddie, in his mind, he's got to understand who he is versus the other people. Yes, it is business, but at the same time, I caught you trying to cheat on me.
Sure.
I'm out.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.